Okay. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Oh. Hope everybody's having a... Hey, Crazy. What's up, man? Welcome. I like this setup. You can see my palette, and then you can see what I'm going to paint on and shit. It's looking cool. I can't see my reference photos, so I'm going to start saying that. Because my reference photos are actually on my phone, and my phone is what's recording. So, I was going to get Av's laptop and look at it there. But then I was like, I can't be fucked. So I'm just gonna wing it. I mean, I mixed up all the colors in the reference photo, so that's what I've got in front of me right now. So I'm gonna work from that, and then work from what I see, and then what I can remember, and what it was like standing out there, because this is based off of like one of my more recent plein air paintings, just off the other side. Hey, what's up, Dream Idea? What's going on? Welcome to the stream, bro. We got that stay-at-home live stream shit happening, bro. Oh, actually, while I love your art, love you, man. Blue Blood was good. How about? Hang on. Live stream. I'm gonna pin a comment. Hang on a sec. Stay-at-home live stream. This is what I'm saying. Just having lunch, then have a shower and kick off. Painting session, lock myself away. Sounds good, man. I'm doing this, and then I'm gonna go out and go paint. Go paint somewhere far away from people. I promise. It's very far away from people. I'm just gonna be by myself, painting. But yeah, I'm gonna do that later this afternoon. Stay at home live stream. What's up, Basics, motherfucker? Stay at home live. Hang on, I'm pinning a comment. That's why I'm writing this. Stay at home live stream. Plein air reference. Seascape. How about that? And then I can pin that guy. Pin comment. There we go. There we go. Cool. So I got that comment pinned. Where did I have the camera before? About there. About there-ish. Sorry, it's like such on the side. It's like right on the fucking side. You're looking at it. Elongated, but I need to message you about a commission for my grandparents. Where would be the best place to message you? You can just message me here. Give me your email, and I'll forward that to my reps, and they'll handle all of that. Yeah. Just message me here with your email, and then I'll get in touch. Joe, what's up, man? Creative Village, what's up? Hey, welcome. I'm gonna get started. How about that? Let's get started. Let's work this sky. Let's work this sky first off. How did it look? Yeah, if you missed the beginning, I said that I don't have my reference in front of me. So that's what we're going to be working with today, is no reference at all. Actually, let's key that a bit darker. So this isn't the studio. Those that follow me probably are well aware right now that this is not the studio. I'm just here because Av's here and my baby's here, and so looking after them while I do a couple paintings. is the joy of life, really. That's what it's all about, isn't it? So I'm going to really approach this very similar to how I would approach a plein air. I'm going to key that down because it is the late afternoon. Lighten that up. How I would, yeah, so how I would approach a plein air. And painting plein air is kind of very similar to how I paint. What's up, Atlas, bro? Lachlan, welcome. Painting plein air is very similar to how I start my studio paintings anyways. So everything, oh fucking damn it. Everything starts very blocky, very sort of very much like this, in and out of the studio. Except the difference is on plein air is I sort of take that to a finish wet and wet, whereas in the studio I'll block it in like I would block it in plein air, but in the studio I'll sort of set it down and then come back to it and shit like that. What's good? 203 lit. welcome. Yeah, so people are probably sick of seeing those stay-at-home workout videos, so hopefully this can be a lot more entertaining. Got that green in here. I don't know if my camera's picking up that green too well. It's probably on an angle, so, and it's down below, so it's probably looking a bit too glary. What's happening, Michaela? But you know, that's what we're gonna deal with, because the actual tripod that I would record with is holding this small shard box up, because it's a what is it? It's a tripod mounted shard box. I just brought this because it's like nice, small, and compact, and I can paint with it around here nice and easily. Whereas my other box that I've been painting on plein air with lately is very, very big, very bulky. So having this here has been good, because I can just pop this up anywhere, really, because it's so small. You can't really see, that's sort of got a tinge of green. Hey, it's got a tinge of green in there, so it's quite light, but yeah, got that tinge of green because when you get to this sort of point in the afternoon, the very far end of the sky sort of becomes this like light hazel green. Yeah, this is light green sort of looking thing, and so that's what I'm trying to put down here. Okay, all right, so we've got the sky sort of blocked in there. Okay, let's just wipe that off a little bit. Hey, Bub started painting yet? No, she ain't even on solids yet. Hey Lucy, what's good? Welcome to the stream. This is a stream for people that are tired of looking at home workout streams. Okay, I'm getting that covered. Sorry, it's so glary. It's just on the angle of the camera. Okay, so let's put these little clouds in here, because fuck, I just realized what I painted over. Take that bulk off. There's a headland there. So we're gonna paint up and around that. There's a couple clouds through here I want to sort of express a little bit. What's a workout? Lol. Shit. Maybe we all should just go watch those workout videos and join in then. Yeah. God, man, it fucking sucks that the gym's closed. Eh? Well, I don't know. Maybe you all don't really care about that, but man, to me, it sucks a lot. Getting my pump on, getting that fitness. I'm gonna sit home and just do some pull-ups and shit now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Work it out. Work it out. Oh, little Bub's stirring. I can hear her. I hear her in the background there. She's stirring, stirring. Mix that sort of into that. So these clouds here, I wish I had my reference now. I'm like, oof, I don't remember exactly how they look. There's a couple of these light clouds through here. Use this, put down that horizon. Put down this little bit of a horizon here. So like I said in the beginning, this is based off of one of the plein air paintings I just did recently. It's just looking the other way on the headland. So there is a headland here that I'm trying to jot in. So put that down in there. Where's that? Grab this. So how's everybody coping? You know, how's everybody doing with all this craziness? Hey, I myself I'm doing fine. I feel like nothing's really changed for me, at least. So there's that. Get that down into there. I'm gonna darken up this headland a bit more. You know what? I might go get the reference photos because now I'm starting to struggle. Yeah, pretty good, pretty well. That's really good to hear. Give me a second, and I'm just gonna grab these reference photos. give you a real quick sec. I am back. Okay, what's good, mate? I'm a recluse type. It's business as usual. Yeah, look, I pretty much don't really ever have to see anybody anymore. Unless it's like, what is it? Unless it's like fucking painting their portrait or some shit. Which at the moment, probably nobody wants to get in contact with somebody they don't know. So that's good. Everything else is on plein air, so like, you know, just sort of don't really see many people when I'm on plein air, and when I do, it's, you know, they're kind of just walking by or far away. Usually they're just far away. So yeah, it's no real big changes really, to be honest. And like, fuck, what are they gonna do? They're gonna get mad at somebody that's standing outside painting by themselves in a remote location. You know what I mean? Like, fuck off. I ain't around people. What's up? Hey, welcome. Just getting up my reference photos before I continue on. Actually, I'll hold up the camera so you can see it with a bit less glare. There you go. You see that sort of gradient? Sort of nice light green. There's a headland there, and that's the sort of horizon with the water. So all this is really in shadow because there's a big sort of hill right here next to me. There's just a big hill right here next to me while I was out there painting. So the sun's dipped below there, so all the sand and the water and everything is all in shadow here. It's taking a while to get up these fucking reference photos. Yeah, so what's everybody's story here? Everybody a painter? I know like Ewok paints and shit. Lucy, Michaela, Jose. What's up, man? Welcome. Does everybody else paint or likes to paint? Is that what's happening? Is that what we all are here? Alright, I'll put the camera down so you don't get fucking motion sickness. Absolutely. Does that mean absolutely you are a painter? Or absolutely put the camera down. I'm getting motion sickness. I'm not currently letting people in the live stream at the moment, Jose, man. But I appreciate it. Hang on, I'm just gonna pump my internet to connect to this laptop. And put that back up. There we go. Oh. A painter. Yes, yeah, well, I gathered that, yes. I'm just messing around. Yeah, so what does everybody like to paint here? Is it like predominantly landscapes, or is it just like portraiture, or just like some nice, like, I don't know, anything else, I suppose? What's everybody's thing they love to paint? I'm not really sure what I love to paint, honestly. I think I just love painting in general, so whatever comes up and I think I can make something look nice out of it, then I'm just all for painting it. Whether it be a landscape, still life, portraiture, anything. I just if I see it and I'm like, I could make that work, then it's go time. Then I really like it. But I really enjoy painting on plein air because then I'm outside and I love being outside and about, like camping and kayaking and all that sort of good stuff. That's what I really love to. That's what I really love doing. So plein air painting just sort of sits really well with that. You know what I mean? Slowly getting up these reference photos. God damn. I'm gonna get these up. I just gotta connect to the internet. The internet's being super slow right now. Should have got this prepared earlier. If we're all being honest with ourselves here. But Zach tried to be a hero and thought he could do it without him. And realized straight away, no goddamn, I cannot. And then just this other reference photo. Yeah, okay, I'm really glad I'm picking up these reference photos right now. Animals mainly, aiming at Australian landscapes with a fantasy touch to it. Feel that? Yeah, animals, fantasy touch. Fucking couldn't agree more. That sounds sick, man. Yeah, animals. I've tried my hand in animals and shit like that. Like everybody wants their dog painted or their cat painted. Mostly cats, really. People just love fucking cats, or people just. It's either people really love cats or it's people that have cats just like to get drawings of their cats more so than people that have dogs. You know what I mean? Because the amount of cats people just request is ridiculous. Like I remember this one time I posted up this. Sorry, nothing's happening here right now. I'm just getting up these reference photos. I remember this one time, ages and ages ago. This is the first time I knew people really love cats. Ages and ages ago, I posted up this photo of this cat, just this little insignificant like drawing of a cat. And I woke up the next morning and had like 4,000 likes on it on Instagram. I was like, what the fuck? And so I did it again, and another like fucking like 4,000 likes happened. I was like, what? Fucking people really love their cats out here. So that's how I knew that the cat market was a force to be reckoned with. Okay, alright. So I'm gonna get that up. And I'm gonna get this one up here. And I'm gonna just set them aside so I can view them both. Okay, alright, cool. Alright, let's get back into it. That's awesome. Dude, painting fur drives you mad. Just saying that. Dude, I know your fucking pain, man. I know your pain, because I was trying to paint fur for a bit there, and I had enough of it. Shit. And I got rid of that real quick. It's just, I don't know what it is about it. It's just like, you paint hair and shit, and you're like, okay, yeah, I can localize these shapes and etc., and make things look like they are here. But then when it gets to like fur's just everywhere, and they're covered in fur, and you're like, well, shit, I don't know how else to paint this that isn't just gonna be like a massive clump of lots of dashes and shit. You know what I mean? Cody, man, what's up? Cody's a fucking incredible artist out there in the USA. If you don't know Cody, you can check him out. Emma, what's going good? Thank you for joining. So yeah, fucking cat hair, man, or just like fur in general, I suppose. A lady called on Instagram, her tag is like Jen Art, I think it is, like JEN artist. She paints really great animal stuff. So if you like animal paintings, she's really great at painting the fur, and she does it in such a way which, you know, it's blocky as, but hey, what's good, man? Thanks for joining. It's blocky, but like it works super well actually. I'm gonna put this in here so we all know that there's something here. I'm actually gonna lower this headland a bunch. Cut it down. There we go. That's nicer. But yeah, she does it in such a way it's like blocky as, and it works really well. I think her tag's Jen Artist, or Jen Art, JEN Art. So yes, if you're ever interested in that, I'm gonna put down this. Yeah, I don't think I'll work this multiple sessions. I just want to try and crack it out as if I would a plein air. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. It's just cracking it like a plein air, sort of like painting. How I would try and get that to a finish, like I would my plein air works and stuff like that, all in the one sitting. So that's what I'm aiming towards. I'll come back to the sky in a sec. I just got distracted with this, and so I'm gonna just follow this. What else is good? What else can we talk about? Anybody else got some questions? What's up? Welcome, Tobias, Said. What's good? Welcome and goodbye. I don't know if you guys are still here. But yeah, what else can we talk about? Anything else on people's minds and shit? You know, we don't have to talk about art specifically. You know, if there's like things on people's minds and stuff, like, you know, you're worried about certain things, especially now, like around times like this, you know, it's really good to sort of just get things off your chest. Don't hold your breath too much, you know. It's good to sort of just breathe, you know, because like when we hold our breath, what happens? You know, we're just holding our breath, and we can't breathe. we lose it, you know. As soon as you start to hold your breath, you lose it, which is a funny thing, because usually when we hold something, we're holding it, you know, and we're never losing it because we're holding it. It's an interesting thing to think about, I suppose. Just trying to darken that headland in there. Darken that sort of top up of that. I missed the tax fraud squad. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, hey, shit. Remember that? Remember those days, man? Remember that? I remember. Let's get that sort of. Everybody who doesn't know the tax fraud squad's like, what? People doing tax fraud out here? Trying to get that So the sand here, I'm just because it is in the shadow, it's obviously not going to be as saturated, but it's still got, you know, some warmth to it. Just a little bit, not much, but it does. Has a little bit of something in it. I'm probably going to add some people into this, honestly. I just feel like people make the landscapes so much nicer. Maybe that's just my preferences, but that's how I feel. When we add people into landscapes, I suppose it just gives a sense of scale and all things like that. Especially scale, I think is the main thing. It definitely does. Should I lighten up what I've mixed there? What are you working towards? So this is based off of a recent plein air that I painted a week ago, I think. So this is the same sort of area, but looking the other way. And so I'm still capturing that same sort of light that was in that plein air work. It's the one at Foresters Beach. If you guys want to have a scroll back, I'm just looking the other way. And so that's kind of what I'm working towards here. Because it's so small, like this will probably be done in like an hour or so. Something like that. What's good, man? Hey. Alvid, love how Caspar David Frederick used people in his landscapes. I'm not too familiar with his works. Oh, looks like my camera's out of focus. Is it? I don't know. There we go. That looks more in focus. Hey. Let me know if that goes out of focus again. Yeah, that looks way more in focus. Don't know what was happening now. So there's... I'm not too familiar with his works. Well, maybe I am. I just forget names. What does he do with those? Is it like very like mid ground, close up sort of stuff, or in the distance type of thing? You know. But yeah, if you didn't catch it, trying to work this like I would a Wanderer in the Mist mid ground. Okay, yeah, right. I get that. That's neat. I like that sort of stuff. I think I could probably warm this up a little bit. Get a little bit of red in there. Warm up that mix. Warm up the sky a little bit more. It's not so. uh, there's still these like these nice sort of wispy sort of clouds coming through. Let's try and get some of those. I don't know if they've got a touch of gold through them. You know what I mean? Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm just using the palette knife just because I don't mind the palette knife on the sky. Hey, he was a German romantic painter, very famous. You just know his work. Okay. I'm sure I would. There's not many paintings I haven't seen. So I don't really mind the palette knife in the sky. It's just when it comes down to like the land and shit where I get a bit iffy, and I tend to just overdo it so much that it just ends up looking shit. Maybe that's just a me thing. That's just a me thing for sure. Because there's quite a lot of people that can really punch them really good. But that's not me, fam. I'm definitely not in the landscape sort of palette knife guy. More skyscape palette knife. Levin Jordan, welcome man. How's it going? Welcome to stream. Oh, we've got 5 people on this now. Look at that. Moving up in the world. Look at us. Huh? Look at us. Hey? If anybody watches Hot Ones or whatever it is. Just try and get that bit wider. What else? What else do I need to do? Might work this a little bit more. Bring that in here. So I'm probably going to go paint somewhere later. Do people want me to live stream a bit of that? Would that be something people want to see? Some more plein air live stream stuff? Let me know. And if yes, then I can. If no, then don't worry. I'll make a video out of it anyways. Hey Dad, welcome. That's my dad there, Hampson 1002. This is nice sort of cloud bank up here, which is a lot darker. I'm gonna try and get that in here. I don't know if you can see me mix. I'm mixing just here. What location are you painting? So yeah, the plein air that I'm painting based upon was painted out at Foresters Beach. If you guys know Foresters Beach, it's a Central Coast beach. So that's what I'm basing this on. Is off there. It's just off that painting and off of some references looking the other direction. Yeah, that's nice. Put those dark sort of clouds in there. It's interesting. Might try and flatten that out. Whoop. Put that down here. Might try and flatten that out. Ah, fuck. I already got paint in my hands anyways. Flatten that out a little bit. So whisk that back a little bit. And then pull that up into it. There we go. It's interesting. How about that? Sort of whisk that out a bit more too. Yeah, that's nicer. But yeah, based off of Foresters Beach painting. That's what I'm doing here. Jack Kyle, motherfucker, what's going on? If anybody can join the live stream, it's Kyle. But yeah, anyways. And then, okay, we've got this really beautiful cloud bank down here, which is what I'm gonna include. I'm just gonna get rid of this paper towel. It's had its run. Clean my hands real quick. Before I pick up another paper towel and just fucking dirty the shit out of it. Hello. Are you planning on doing more figurative painting soon? Sure am, bro. Of course. Certainly. definitely. I've just been doing lots of plein air stuff because I don't know if you saw or heard. I talked about it on my YouTube, but uh, I just got signed to a gallery, and they really wanted my plein air works and stuff, and so we just worked out that, and that's what I just. That's why there's been a lot of plein air paintings recently, is because that gallery wanted lots of plein air works from me, and so that's why you've been seeing a lot more landscape stuff than figurative stuff. But figurative stuff is certainly coming because I love plein air and stuff, and I love landscapes, but through and through, if I love anything, it's figurative stuff. Uh, Figurative stuff the most is probably what I love the most, just because it's so, I don't know, just something about it. Figurative and landscape, like if I combining those two is probably one of the greatest things. What else? Okay, so there is. Oh, I've got to fill out that white actually. I'll just clean that back a little bit so that doesn't muddy my white. I'll fill that up some more. Oh, congratulations! Tell us about the gallery story. Well done. Well, there's not much of a story there. Like I've tried to apply for galleries in the past and stuff, like maybe a couple of years ago and shit, but nobody was really interested in what I had. And so Cab Gallery here in Terrigal, um, I've met them before and stuff, and like been to a couple of their shows, and a friend of mine actually exhibits in there, and so I just messaged them about a month ago, and I was like, hey, would you be keen on having a look at some of my works? And they've obviously they've followed me for a while now too, so they're pretty familiar with my works, and so they said, yeah, of course, bring some in. We're particularly interested in your plein air works and stuff of that nature. And so I was like, okay, cool, let's do that. And so I brought in some plein air stuff, and they loved it, and they said, look, can you get like 5 or something works together for us before August? And this was back in February, and I was like, 5 works in August. I can get probably 50 works of plein air paintings done by August. So, and I'll get some done sooner than that. And so a month goes by, and that's what you've been seeing lately is all those plein air works. And so, yeah, they loved them, and they're getting framed right now. And once they're finished being framed, I'll take them over to them. So yeah, that's the story. And yeah, we're signed to them, and they can handle my commissions and handle selling my paintings and stuff. So everything's super exciting, and yeah, just overall really stoked with it all. That's about the whole story. I think. What makes it plein air? What is that? Oh, plein air is just what art artists and stuff. It's just like plein air is the title of a particular form of art, which is just it's French. It comes from France, so it originates from France. That's why we keep using the French name. But all it means is on location, and so on location meaning that I would take this box. This is a plein air box, which is it's designed to be taken out on location to that particular place and painting that location uh, while I'm standing in front of it outside. So it just means painting on location or painting outside, and that's all plein air means. It's just it comes from France, and so we just continue to use the French name for it. That's just something that's just always been. So yeah, that's what that means. If you don't mind me asking, how much commission does the gallery take? Gallery takes 40%. 40% is what they take. I take 60%. Okay, I get it now. Yeah. This is French, people. Hey, welcome. What's up? Welcome. Um, so talk about gallery taking commission for a sec. You gotta, like people are always like, yeah, but you could sell them by yourself and stuff like that. But look, yeah, that's all well and true. But like, the gallery of people with money and that are looking to buy high-end art, and they're looking to like really buy reputable art as an investment, aren't scrolling through Instagram. They're not scrolling through Facebook. These people, they're not scrolling through Facebook like it or Instagram. Really, when you get to a certain level, and I want to get to a certain level, you know, your buyers aren't coming from the people that follow you on the gram. They're just not. People with money aren't sitting there on Instagram scrolling through. I mean, obviously, it does happen, can happen, but especially for my type of artwork and stuff, having somebody represent me and bring this sort of clientele to my artworks is just something that is just fantastic, and I'm more than happy to give over a percentage of my of what the painting makes to these people that are able to bring my name and my paintings to this sort of clientele. And so bringing that clientele and being able to raise my status up and up and up like that, it's just something you just really can't do by yourself without putting a lot of ego behind yourself. I can't just be like, yeah, look, my paintings are just only going to go up in price, and I'm one of the most incredible, renowned plein air painters around here on the Central Coast, and in particular, maybe perhaps Australia. I can't say all that sort of stuff without it sounding very fucking egotistical. So there's just some limitations that are pretty, because I want to really go like, I want my trajectory to go like this. And if you do it by yourself, your trajectory kind of goes like this, and it flattens out. Because in the end of the day, they're the ones that can really raise your prices. People that can, you can slowly sort of raise your prices, I suppose, but like, they're the ones that are saying, yeah, this is what it's worth. People will, trust them because they're a reputable gallery. When I say that this is what it's worth, it's just coming from me. And of course, I'm going to say that's what it's worth because it's coming from me. That works, and people, that has worked for a long while, but the gallery's the ones that are able to get me in touch with a bigger clientele and really sort of move me up to where I want to be, which is not just peddling $500 paintings through Instagram and stuff like that. I just really want to be a lot more than just selling a couple of $500 paintings here and there. Sorry, I've missed out on some conversation. What? Let's scroll back a second here. What's your favorite plein air coastal landscape artist? What's his name? He's an Australian artist. Collie. I'd have to look him up. I can't remember his last name, but his first name's Collie. He's from Queensland, I'm pretty sure. He's incredible. I love him. Richard Musgrave Evans. I fucking love that bloke. If you don't know Richard Musgrave Evans, you should go check him out. He's incredible. Hang on. In New York, a lot of galleries take 50% or more, so 40 sounds good. Yeah. Love your work, man. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that click. 40% is great. It's really reasonable. And they do put in so much work to try and get my work out there. You know what I mean? So that's to me, that's more than worthwhile. More than worthwhile. Yeah, 50%. I know there's some, yeah, and I've actually heard galleries try and take 60%, but galleries like that, you know, if you just look into it, they're not really putting in any sort of fucking work. They're just trying to get it. Yeah, they're not that great. There are really bad galleries out there, so that's why they get a bad rap. But there are galleries like the gallery I'm signed to, which are fucking amazing. So there's that. What sort of prices will your paintings be going for? So generally my prices sit around the thousand sort of plus mark. Is where my paintings sort of go. Yeah, north of 1,000, I guess, is kind of where all my paintings sit. Um, yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it all into one thing. I'm not missing anything, am I? That's everybody. Yeah. Hey, should Coops welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, yeah, yeah, I think that's everything. You can hear people in the next door neighbor. I'm sorry if you can hear that. um, so I'm just gonna slowly work this cloud bank because this is my favorite part of this whole scene is this cloud bank, and then I'm gonna work down through into this water, and then that's kind of the trajectory for this painting. So yeah, any other questions? Some people got some questions about some things or something like that. Love to talk and chat and hear what people are thinking about doing at the moment, maybe. You know, all those good stuff. Yeah. What else is good? Anybody else got any sort of questions about things or wondering about anything to do with art? Or if Kyle's loving Richard Musgrave Evans, cheers. Yeah, Richard is fucking a mad dog. I love him. He's great. He's just so entertaining, you know? Like, goddamn. Okay, so. Okay, so I'm gonna try and work this slowly because there's a lot about these cloud banks that I'm really fuck, damn it, went over the top of that. As I start to talk about working slowly, where do you see yourself in 5, 10, or even 20 years? Where do I see myself? I see myself on top of the fucking world. No, but honestly though, like I see myself really just being one of the most well-known painters in Australia, if not nationally, for just my paintings in general, I suppose. Whether I've continually doing plein air stuff, and that's what gets my name there, or for my figurative stuff, you know, just either or, you know. I'm just that's kind of where I'm heading, and that's kind of what I've been thinking about lately, which is why I signed with the gallery because you know people like people that are super reputable and have clientele like that are the people that are going to be able to move you up and do things like that. Because yeah, like I said, I want to be really, really up there, really, really fucking up there. Making a coffee. This is making for my morning entertainment. Oh fuck yeah, man! I'm glad. Are you gonna be making some beats as well today, Kyle? How are you spending your quarantine? Well, it's not even really quarantine, really, is it? Australia's not even really in quarantine yet, are they? I don't think so. Uh, there's these sort of wispy sort of clouds behind where I'm going to put in these very light clouds, And so to get that sort of, really don't use a palette knife if you're not too confident with it. I'm not that great with it either, so I'm just using it in the sky, which is where I like it. Everything else I just use a paintbrush. Contemporary Australian artist. Contemporary Australian artist that I really admire. Ken Knight. I really admire Ken Knight. If you know Ken Knight's work, he's a plein air artist actually. Ken Knight's fucking phenomenal. I really love his plein air work. If you don't know Ken Knight's work, you should go check that out. It's really great stuff. There's a couple of different. So this is where my highest highlights of these clouds are gonna sit. So trying to sort of pop them in a sec, but I'm trying to get this low bank in there. Kyle, did you want to join the live stream and chat? How about that? Make this interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's go up through here. What other styles of art that's different from your style do you want to try? I'm not really interested in any style branching out. I just want to keep focusing on what I'm good at and what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm not really ever really thinking about branching out per se, because I'm just trying to be good at this, instead of just being a jack of all trades, master of none. I'd rather be, a master of one thing and be able to really translate that into a lot of different things, That's where I think a lot of people get it confused sometimes. I've been through my time of tasting different sort of art and tasting different sort of ways of creating art. So this is what I like the most, and that's kind of what I'm trying to stick to through it all, so that I can get better at this one thing. Just woke up another time. Yeah, sure, man. Have you ever entered the Archibald Prize? No, I never entered into it, but I'm gonna enter into it this year if it's still on. Oh, Bub's up. So if it's still on, I'll probably enter into it this year. But either way, I'm doing a painting with Av for it. So even if it's not on, I'll still have that painting. Just gonna flatten that out a little bit. So sorry about that ending of the live stream there. The Instagram, I forgot that Instagram doesn't let you go longer than like an hour. I think it is. I think that's the hour is the cutoff. I forgot about that. Sorry, guys. Hopefully everybody will join back in soon. Hey man, welcome back. Sorry, Instagram doesn't let you go past an hour. So, continuing on. I forgot about that, so my bad. Okay, let's try and get some of this. Get some of this through here. Liz, welcome. Continuing this live stream. Instagram canned us for going over the hour mark. Okay. Michael J. Vito, ever thought of painting plein air under moonlight? Dude, yes. That's actually a style of plein air painting. It's called Nocturnes, is the actual name of it. But yes, certainly. That's actually something I'll be doing soon. Surprising enough. You're reading my mind, bro. You're reading my mind. Let's get some of this red in here. Yeah, so that's something I'll be planning on doing quite soon, actually. So look out for that. Kyle, welcome. Ongo, welcome. What are you doing soon? What am I doing soon? Finishing this painting, and then probably gonna head out and do another painting. That's kind of what I'm doing. Or looking after Bub. Depends what's happening. With that. How's she going, Av? She okay? Okay. Av's here. She's just in the other room. Alright. Getting these sort of clouds in here. And I'm going to come over the top with some real highlights for them, and then we're gonna move into the water. Same. I've just found John Atkins Scrimshaw and had the urge to as well. Whoa, hey, damn, that's right. There's a young Jedi. Yeah, there's a young Jedi. Yeah, painting under moonlight is just so cool. I think And I've got a scene in mind too, which I think will be even nicer, which I'm gonna try and work towards when I can. Once I find some decent lights that I can just hook up and work on from them. That's the kind of biggest challenge is finding some good, decent pair of lights to work from when you're painting in the nighttime. Jedi plus Wookiees plus Ewoks hits ass from Andor. True that. Whenever I visit Sydney, there are a few commercial galleries I'd love to visit. What would be a top picks for Sydney best galleries? Kurt, I'm not too. What's that? The Wentworth galleries. They're always great. Obviously, New South Wales galleries are great. I'm not too much of a Sydney goer for quite a long time, so I'm not too sure what people are, what galleries are looking like at the moment down there. Looking forward to seeing it, man. Yeah, me too, man. I'm looking forward to seeing it too. I got to do it first. Gonna to go through there with that one. Come behind that with that one and here, and then come through down here and sort of flatten that out a little bit. Okay. Lugo, welcome, man. Welcome. And I'm just gonna flatten that, sort of flatten that back a bit. Flatten this area a bit too, I think would make for something good. Yeah, that's better. And then sort of go back over the top of that with some little highlights. It's such a big game of like lost and found edges sometimes that you can just get caught up and forget about the painting sometimes, I think. So I'm trying to find these edges and put them in and leave them without losing the painting itself. What location are you painting? Oh, this is Foresters Beach. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, it's based off of a plein air painting I did recently of Foresters Beach. I'm gonna put this darker bit in there, and then I'm just gonna flatten that. Yeah, that's nicer. What else is happening? What else to talk about? What else is happening? So does everybody? Okay? This might start up a debate. People believe. Who believes that the coronavirus was like man-made, or if they believe that it did just come from like a bat and mutate. It's an interesting question. I think it did just come from like a bat or whatever it was, a mongoose, wasn't it, or something like that? Because like the virus has been present in animals for ages and stuff. But interesting to hear people think that it came from their government or something like that. I mean, it did happen in a crazy time, hey, with all the protests and stuff happening around that time. So that was interesting. But yeah, I think it did just come from the animal. Sometimes I forgot to step back from the painting due to getting caught up detailing and then realizing I don't need it. Yeah, 100%. 100%, man. Were you trying to tell me something? Not true though. Stepping back and away from their paintings is always the most important thing, I find. I'm sitting down at the moment just because this tripod here doesn't extend up. The key tips they have helped you to paint ocean and water. There's no real key tips. It's just a lot of practice, really. So much practice. I wish there were just like some simple key tips that you can employ, like, oh, if you do this brush mark, then you get that. Unfortunately, it's just been a lot of practice for me, really. Yeah, so I wish I could have helped a bit more. But yeah, just lots of practice. And like painting on plein air and doing it that way, I think has been the biggest help when trying to practice this sort of stuff. Yeah, I think that's been definitely one of the biggest helps when trying to work all this stuff out. Alright, I'll try and add these little okay, what do I want to do here? I want to flatten some of this, some of that, just flatten it, flatten some of that, some of this, flatten that. Great, cool, great. And I want to flatten some of that too. So when I say flatten, I'm just like really just pushing it down into the paint below it, so it's not so big. You know what I mean? Liz, what's up? Welcome. Oh, this has already been here actually. The virus was introduced by Gaia telling us to back the hell up. Yeah. Tell me about it. Gaia telling us to back the hell up. Hey. Yeah. All right. So the way I'm doing it now is kind of like now I've got those sort of main parts down of the cloud itself, and I can work from that and work off of that now that it's flattened out on itself. Polar, welcome. Pebble Sands, welcome. But yeah, now that this is flattened out, I can work some things into this, work some things over it and stuff of that nature. I'm gonna just clean this little brush a little bit. When I clean it, I'm just using linseed oil, and I just sort of pull it off a bit, and it works for me. That's all I really ever do with that. I never go too much into mineral spirits route. Like I know some people do, but yeah, it's not for me. Mineral spirits tend to like really hurt my skin. It makes me super itchy. Super itchy. Cheers for the morning entertainment. Have a good one and stay safe working outdoors, man. Appreciate you, Harry, man. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Dad, welcome again. Yeah, thanks heaps, Harry, coming in, talking, chatting. Really appreciate you, man. Have a great day. Have a really great day, man. Stay safe. So I'm trying to just sort of layer this on, these highlights on, and then work back in these reds. Or oranges, really. What else? What else has been happening? Did everybody get some toilet paper? How about that? That's something I didn't think would happen in an outbreak. Hey, fucking random. You know? Of all the things, like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why? I still don't really understand why. Don't think I'll ever really understand. But it's strange, one of those things I suppose people sort of get caught up in and carried away, I suppose. Fucking crazy. Do you listen to any podcasts? Yeah, I listen to a few. I listen to a couple different ones, like the Plein Air podcast from like the Plein Air magazine. It's a great one. Art Endeavor by Andrew Tischler is a great one. There's a couple other ones that don't post so regularly that I've listened to before, which are great. That's about those I listen to. Sort of trying to get that sort of nice highlight through here without pulling too much of the other paint with it. There's always the difficult part, painting wet on wet. I think I might try and do this really quick. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, good. Plug in my phone. Get that charging before it dies. What's happening? Dude, all the country towns in South Australia got raided the other weekend by city slickers. Really? No way. That's fucking insane. I can't believe that. Really? So people from the city came out and just knew that people in the country weren't that crazy about it all, and just fucked up your towns. What the fuck? That's insane. Fuck, people suck sometimes, hey. People just gotta relax. Shit. Like, out of all the things we get crazy about, toilet paper? Fuck me, dude. What the fuck? And I'm here right now. It's in my head, that's in my head. Do you prefer Alla Prima or Working Layers? They both have their pros and cons and shit. Like, I love Alla Prima because, if those that don't know, Alla Prima is just called, it's just another word for wet on wet. I love working Alla Prima because everything's wet and I can work things into each other and work things that way. But then I also love painting layers because then things set and I can paint on top of them and refine them and make them nicer and more detailed and change things a lot easier. So they got their pros and cons and stuff. So I don't really like one over the other. I think for different situations, things work best for different things, like plein air, working wet to wet. I really prefer. Although I have come back and done another session in the same location, try and finish things off. So that's not too bad either. So there's that, but pros and cons of both of them really. There's some really light white touches in the fine bits here. Just want to try and get them. There we go. Sort of pull that down. Pull that down. All came up from Adelaide and wiped out Jamestown. God damn. Michael, man, welcome. Fucking hell yeah, man. That's fucking insane, bro. I can't believe that. People are ridiculous, hey. Fucking coming up to country towns and wiping out their toilet paper. And probably spreading the virus too, hey. Just coming out from nowhere and just spreading it like that. Because they don't know what they got. Probably most people don't know if they have it or not, I suppose. It's one of those things, isn't it? That's what they were saying. That you don't know if you got it till it gets bad or it just doesn't happen at all and you could just be a carrier or some shit. I don't know how they work this shit out, but it's wild, to say the least. Just gonna pull in some. Let's see if I can try and get some nice effects with this palette knife. Sometimes the spontaneity of Alla Prima is pretty magical. That's for sure. This looks sick, bro. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, spontaneity of Alla Prima is something that's definitely part of the benefits of it. Also, but like the cons of it is like, working wet and stuff. So gotta be really mindful about how you put things down and shit like that. Gonna darken up just out here ish, and then sort of lighten it. Actually, might put in some. How's that? And then sort of pull that across. Yeah, that's nicer. Maybe pull that back over the top of that. Yeah, because like I can't do this sort of working layers. I can't just pull things over the top of things and do things like that. So there is that. That is a benefit for sure. I want to pull things down into here. Pull that down. Pull that down. Pull that down. And put this across. Okay, that's looking all right. Hey Michael, did you want to join the live stream and chat? Thought that might be fun if I did that with somebody. Get that pink. Get that pink through there. Get that pink through there too. Sure, bro. I'm still in bed. Still in bed. How the fuck are you still in bed? Isn't it like midday or past midday now? You're crazy. I don't actually know what the time is, so don't quote me on that. Okay, alright. I'm gonna leave that sky for now, I think. It's looking interesting enough. I'm gonna flatten that out a bit. That's kind of annoying me from up there. Okay. Actually, I need some more edges, I think, here. Actually, if I do this, then I'll be a happy chap. I'm on holiday. Leave me alone. Next time when I'm in the studio. Isn't your studio? Oh, the actual studio. I'm on holiday. Alright, whatever you say. Just get that through here. I just want to pull that. Maybe I'll use this edge here. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of palette knife work, but I am a big fan of it in the sky, and you know, utilizing that. Damn, Kane went out of focus, dude. Did it? Oh, the fuck? It doesn't look out of focus now. Did it refocus itself? There might be a bit of a delay as well, by the way. Fine for me. Okay. Camera's looking good for me too. So it's looking okay on my end, so there's not much I can change with that if it's looking okay for me. You know what I mean? What else? Actually, I might flatten out this area here a little bit. Okay. Alright, stop touching it. Alright, I'm gonna work this water. So this water is interesting. This is like my watercolor down here. Must have been delayed. Okay, it must have just been some sort of delay, man. Sorry about that. So this is like my watercolor down here. Watercolor, just actual watercolor, not actually. It's oil paint. Not watercolor, but you know what I'm talking about. Trying to. It's hard trying to mix that sort of type of green, blue, type of green, type of blue. Comes up through here too, so I'm gonna try and put that through there. put that over here too. Actually, I'm looking at the sky. It's pissing me off a little bit. Otherwise, just flatten that a little bit. I don't know. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it. We're a bit slow in the countryside. Sorry, man. Yeah. Countryside delay. Okay. So I've got this type of white, but it's very blue. Okay. So it's coming through here because I'm looking down. Well, I'm looking from okay. There's a couple of things here I want to try and get through. A couple of waves, that's the word I was looking for. A couple of waves. Try and get that through here. The thing about water is just, or anything that you're painting, you just gotta remember that, everything you're using, I have to go because internet is buffering. Okay, catch you later, Billy. See you soon. The thing about water painting anything really is just, you gotta remember that it's all just paint, there's no clouds there, there's no headlands there, it's all paint, everything's paint. And while that must seem like a very obvious thing, when you start to paint, especially people that are new to painting, they get in this sort of rhythm of they're like, oh, well, that's a headland, I'm going to put a headland in there, instead of thinking in terms of shapes and things and abstract thoughts. People start to tend to think of things as they are and forget that they're not as they are. They're actually just different values and hues of different paints. And so when it comes to water and stuff, don't think of it in terms of like water is translucent. Oh, okay, I gotta try and paint translucently and all that other sort of stuff. Just think of it as like, okay, what's that value there? What's that color there? What's that sort of thing over there? And then sort of work backwards from there, really. Okay, try and get all this in there, and then I'm gonna try and add all these sort of like highlight thingies through here. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, I'm approaching this very much how I would an on plein air, like on location painting, which is like very alla prima, very like blocky, scumbly type of thing, and then taking it to as much of a finish as I'm thinking. Yeah, look at that already, huh? It's looking nice, hey? I think it's looking nice. I think it's looking really cool. And then when I think it's looking good, sometimes it doesn't turn out that great. Okay. So the water is actually coming up to there-ish. But you can't really see that, so I'm just gonna, there's a lot of mist here. So to add this sort of mist, you know, this is another thing. You're like, oh, how the fuck do I paint mist? Mist is just air. Just think about the color. Think about the values there, you know? And then sort of paint that, paint the colors, paint the values. And just slowly, methodically, just work around that. Now, there are a bunch of rocks in here that I've neglected to put through because I've just forgotten about them. And then this mist is coming up over the top of them, so there's a couple of trees up here actually while I've got this black. Well, I've got this black loaded. Chuck in a couple of these sort of tree things here and there. There you go. Okay. Yeah. So, what are people up to today, huh? How are people spending their time at home, or are people still working? What's happening with that? You know, I mean, are people being let go, or are people just having their jobs put on pause and shit? Pretty scary time, hey. For the normal way of life, I suppose. Mm. I think this is a good setup. You can see my palette and everything. See how I'm mixing stuff and working. I think that's kind of a cool setup. if I do say so myself. Actually, there's a bit of like this sort of white sort of coming through here. Now I see it. You can see how I'm just jumping back and forth. This is kind of how I paint in general. It's just jumping around and around and around. That way, because like when you see something, then you put it in and stuff. So instead of just trying to put everything in some sort of linear fashion, which oftentimes just doesn't ever work really. Okay, so there's a lot of reflections through this ocean right now. So I'm going to try and put them all in, and then we're going to come back and put the waves all through it. Okay. Right now. Okay. Get some of this more white, tone it up a bit. Not too much though, because it's not pure white. And let's start. What's up, Mia, Michaela? Welcome back. Welcome. Oop. Fuck no. Yeah, like I said, it's not on the best tripod. Gotta plug that phone back in. Give me a sec. Oops, sorry all. Okay, let's get these sort of bright in here. Yeah, that's good. I like it now. There's some waves coming up off of this. And then, how's it looking through here? There's a lot more through here too. I'm going to try and get that. Yeah, nearly, we're getting close to the finish, that's for sure. Hopefully, I don't have to start another live stream. Where the waves are breaking the most. Out here. What else? Got some of the shore crashing waves here. Let's at the front here. Yeah, very much nearly at this finish. Just gonna get this one big wave right here. Wish I was playing some music or something. Hey, it'd be nice. Other than just watching me slowly, methodically lose my mind while I paint pretty pictures. Okay. No fucking damn it. Come on, there we go. Add some more over here. Brighten up that here. So it's in front. Great. Okay, so the painting is covered. I want to add in some people because there are a couple of people in the scene. Actually, I might just tidy up some of this before I go. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Okay, and now I'm going to just pop in a couple of people, because there was some there. Can I do that? Oh, there's a bit of hair. That's another thing about the cons of painting on plein air too, is that you just constantly get like bugs, or you get sand, you get all kinds of fucking things just all over your work, and there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Might pull that down into there a little bit more, and then flatten out that. I think less noise the better from over there. Yeah, that's nicer. Yeah, you just get bugs, and you get sand, and you get all sorts of things, and you can drop your painting itself into the oh, that's pretty dumb. And then you can drop your painting itself into the sand itself, and that sucks. That sucks quite a lot, actually, and I don't like it. Yeah, so that's always a bummer when that happens. But it's the joys. It's the joys of painting plein air. So let's be careful we don't over-exaggerate these people too much. There's one. Let's give him a shirt. Let's give them a shirt, I think, so they can pop out of there. There's one. Let's put another person next to him. Not practicing social distancing. Just put another person there. Give them a blue shirt. And then there's maybe somebody closer as well. Can you see those people? Kind of. Maybe somebody about here-ish. How small are those guys? Alright, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Give him a blue shirt too. I like the blue shirts. Maybe give him a second leg. Kind of thing. And there is a dog also in these reference photos, which I might try and jot in maybe-ish. I can jot him in without making it looking weird. Steady. Alright, jot those little legs real quick. And just fix up this head a little bit. There we go. Nice. And that's how we do a plein air painting on the inside. I think I'm done with all of this. So let's scrape that off. Or it's like if I was going to come back to this, you know, and this was like a different palette that I could take off apart from it, I'd put it in the fridge. You know, you can put it in the fridge, and it just saves you paint. And just glad wrap it, put it in the fridge, and your oil paint should be good to go for the next time you pick it up. Like, say if you pick it up tomorrow, then it'd be fine. But if, you know, you're gonna leave it for a little bit, it might not be so fine. Okay. I'm gonna tidy up these clouds That's the last thing I do. Just gonna wipe down my palette. Be careful around that phthalo blue, because it's a very strong blue, and if you touch it, it gets fucking everywhere. Oh, I just dropped it on my fucking pants. Great. Awesome. As I was just saying, don't touch it. Be careful. I fuck it up and I get it on my pants. Great. Fuck. That's shit. Wipe this down some more. And then we can come into the sky here a little bit more, I think. Just gonna get a smaller brush, and then we're gonna try and work it. Thinking, just try and work it a little bit, like that. Yeah, that'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah. Pintus me bien tia. I don't know what that language is. Sorry, man. I can't read it. I'm not that bilingual. You're gonna have to throw that up in English for me, man. I'm just gonna imagine that you said something really nice. So, thank you, man. Okay. Now, do you want to flatten that out a little bit? How's that looking from back? That's looking right. Might add in just a little bit more of a darker tone through the base here, and then we'll call it a day. So hopefully the Graham live stream doesn't run out just yet as we're trying to finish this off. That's way too dark. Get that the fuck out of there. And pull that through. Pull that completely through. I think would make a difference. Yeah. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright. Trying to finish this off here. Hear my bubba go off in the background there. There we go. And then one more flatness for good measure. And then a couple more. These little clouds through here I think would be good. Great. Okay, I think I'm going to call it there. Cool. I'm going to clean this palette and make that officially done. Nice little morning painting. Okay. Just gonna pull my clean off my brushes real quick, and then I'll show you the painting. You can hear my little baby go off in the background. Sorry about all that. I'm gonna go give her a hand in a second. Av's with her at the moment. But give me a second. I'll be with her too. Hey. Alright, let's leave that there. Alright. Let's have a look. How's that looking now? Looking pretty nice, hey? We've got the people there that you can see going into the distance there, and then we've got this beautiful sky here coming out there. Yeah, so I approach this very much like I would my plein air works. And so that's why it's a bit more alla prima worked than say my studio works. So yeah, my little baby's going off in the background. So good timing, and yeah, I think that went well for those live streams. Thanks to Ewok Man, appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Thanks to everybody that's been here. Really appreciate it all. And I will see you all in the next live stream. Catch you going.